Hey, what's up guys, it's TBone here. Welcome back to another episode of playing Legendary Game of Heroes. It's January 1st here. Happy New Year. Hope everybody had a good celebration. It's also the preview day for the upcoming event Assault on Lupo Colossus, and I wanted to take a look at the cards and talk about the battle skills for each of the cards. Starting with the support card, Amaralwood. Its battle skill is similar to the Sugar Plum Fairy and creates 6 fire gems, but instead of reducing damage, it increases the recovery of all fire slayers by 250% for 2 turns. This is interesting because this deck utilizes recovery values to increase the overall attack. For a quick reference, at 6 stars and at level 1, its recovery value is at 336. 250% of it equals to 840. Using 3 keys, that value is multiplied by 5 and goes up to 4,200. It doesn't actually heal you, but it will increase any heal effects, including any passive heal or heart gem matches. By itself, it can be useful to get more fire gems on the board, but this card will be most useful if you pair it with the event card, the Bacon Baron. The Bacon Baron does create 4 power gem once, but its most useful skill actually comes from the boost of Fire Slayer attack values by up to 600% of the recovery. We've all seen that cards which boost attack will make the whole deck deal more damage overall, and even though this card has a cap of 600%, it will make a big difference between having it on your team and not. So if we take the boosted recovery value of Amaralwood from earlier, at 3 keys the recovery boost is 4,200, multiplied by 600% comes out to 25,200. The attack value of the support card is 4,019 using 1 key, with 3 keys it becomes 20,095. And when you take the two values and add them together, you'll have a combined attack value of 45,295. Now let's plug this value into the damage calculator and compare the damage difference with and without the boost. Since the calculator already handles 1 key versus 3 keys, we'll enter the attack values without the 3 keys boost. Also, for benchmarking purposes, let's assume we can create a board full of power gem 2s. Starting with the base attack value of 4,019, the expected damage output is 78.8 billion. With the battle skill of Amaralwood and Bacon Baron, the attack value increases to 9,059, and then the damage is increased to 122.8 billion. Note that even though the raw attack value more than doubled, the damage itself didn't. This is because of an effect of the relic attack being in play. It will increase your overall damage, but increasing the attack value on the card will not linearly scale the damage output unless you also increase the attack value of the relic by leveling them up. And now we have the Master Collection card, Sergeant Sausage. It's again a pretty straightforward card. It creates a hefty 8 fire power gem 4s, but it requires 50 intensity to power up, so trying to use multiple copies of the card will be hard unless you either have multiple relics or multiple copies of the support card. So this is the second or third straight events now where the number of power gems has been increasing for this type of card, and I think that the constant increase is a bit concerning. I would prefer to see the number being more consistent so that it provides more opportunity for tuning across Slayer and Commander events. This card will be a bit slow to power up in a Slayer type event, but personally I think that if you could craft one, it would be a very good card to have. Finally, we have the ultra rare card, the WarpWorship. This card creates power gems and is a nuke damage dealer and also heals you. Overall, I like that this card is not a game changer for the event, so not having it in the deck actually won't make a significant difference. There are a lot of other cards that can provide heal, so if health is an issue, then you can still have some options. You would sacrifice some damage by not having the event card, but I think the savings in the gems by not chasing this card more than evens it out. So my great recommendation is to not chase after this card because you really don't need it. This deck will benefit more from having more event cards. Now, one of the cards that we're expecting to be available for Reforged this event is Vanguard Contessa, which is also a Fire Fable card that can be used this event. I don't think it's announced yet, so things could change, but I think this would be the one. No details yet on what the Reforged skills would look like, but I really hope that they consider making it possible to reforge multiple copies of the old cards. In the last event, it was only possible to reforge 1 card, and it was a bit disappointing. Depending on the reforged skills, it would be a pretty good card to include in the deck as well. And that's all for today's episode. My take on the cards for this event is that the support and event cards are good cards to have, as long as you have a way to generate power gems. Cards like Alex and Soul Thresher immediately come to mind, but there are other options as well, which I'll explore in the next episode. Thanks for watching, take care, and I'll see you next time.